your mind with? Are you bathing your mind with the thoughts of the food, thoughts of the movies, thoughts of the angers and jealousies, or are you bathing the mind with the thought of the self? If the self is showering its grace onto the mind, then can any impurity remain? Can't. In the experience of the non-dual Brahman, all the impurities and sins of duality are washed clean. In the last practice of purification, the I am, the unattached pure Brahman experience ripens into absolute bliss. For such a one, there are no different states of experiences like waking, dream or deep sleep. Whatever he sees is but the pure conscious self. He perceives no distinctions due to names and forms within or without, for he is Satchidananda Atma. As a fish cannot survive outside the waters of ocean or river, so too the sage's mind is ever reveling and splashing about in the bliss of the self. This is the intrinsic and natural state of consciousness of a saint and the focus of continual contemplation for the aspiring seeker. Unaware of the true meaning of purification, the ignorant flounder in the waters of confusion concerning the rules of bathing, etc., and weigh themselves down with additional anxieties. So important thing is we understand the seven type, and also we understand, so the seventh type, which was the manasa, the mental bathing, was still also an act at the level of mind. But how does a sage live? He is continuously, he has taken the standpoint of the self. If you have taken the standpoint of the self, can you be aware of not self? If you have taken the standpoint of the self, can you be aware of not self? No. Because self is all that there is. At that very moment, every impurity, what is the every impurity? The ignorance has been washed away in toto. Not even one iota is left. It's like the moment sun comes up, darkness runs away. From the standpoint of the sun, if you say, thank you sun for removing the impurity called darkness from our life. He says, I don't know what is darkness. So you say to this, from the standpoint of the self, the moment self reveals, there is no impurity, that means no ignorance possible. And what is ignorance? Waker, dreamer, deep sleeper. What is ignorance? Causal body, subtle body, gross body. What is ignorance? Waker, seer, seen and seeing, or knower, known and knowing. All this is a product of ignorance. Ignorance expressing in many forms. Everything goes away. Why? Now you caught the essence. Now Sadachar then proceeds to discuss the Aghamarsanam or expiatory sin removing mantras to be used during a bath or afterwards. Athaghamarsanam kuryat, athaghamarsanam kuryat, प्राणापान निरोधतः मनः पूर्णे समाधाय मग्न कुंभो यथार्णवे. He says, now the expiatory action to be done As a pot is immersed in the ocean, so too the mind should be completely established in the plenitude of the self by the process of pranayama or control of the breath. There are different mantras and techniques of performing this. Some dip the head beneath the water, while the others do agamarshanam accompanied by pranayama during sandhya karma. Again, others maintain that after the marjana vidhi, the agamarshana is to be done. In the Harihara Bhashya, the agamarshana is described as a little quantity of water is taken in the hollow of the right palm. Then while chanting Drupadam or Vritancha mantra, one should exhale the air through the right nostril into the water. Then, not looking at the water, one should throw it towards the left side onto the floor. And so these are all. And then having taken the water in the right palm, one should chant one of these mantras either once or thrice and inhale the water through the left nostril. Then expel the water out through the right nostril into the palm. Afterwards, the water is thrown to the left. By this, the Agharmarshana is completed. What is this? This is like, neti. You know what is? Jalaneti. What happens in Jalaneti? You put the water through here and it comes out of the left nostril, or you put through the left and it comes out of the right nostril. And believe me, if you do that, you can never get any sinus problems. Absolutely not possible. No phlegm is allowed to collect. No germs are allowed to collect there. Continuously that complete system is cleaned up, because there is a hollow up there. So that's, and so here they are saying that what you call, first you can do that by, by water. But what is the other way of purifying? That you breathe in. This is also purification. This is a subtler Aghamarshana. So this is what is, a wise man understands and interprets the same item in Sandhya or sin washing as follows. It's not sin. Sin means what? Yes, sin means not being equanimous. When you are, I'm just putting it that way, because when you are equanimous, you cannot think. You are witness. A witness is not attached to whatever is happening in the wine. And when we are doing this, left, right purification continuously in pranayam, what is happening? The left brain and the right brain is synchronizing. The yin and the yang is synchronizing, isn't it? The Ida and the Pingla, the sun and the moon, they are synchronizing. In that synchronization, which is called Aghamarsanam, which is called an internal bathing of the mind, because mind cannot exist without breath. Breath has to be there. So we take the breath to deal with the mind. So when you balance the breath, what happens? Both opens. That is very physical, that both open. But what happens? That both become one. And a third, other than Ida and Pingala, a third channel is opened up. And that third channel, in some language, some scriptures, it is known as the Kundalini. In some places we say equanimity.